close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Selamat datang di Universitas Trisakti. Kali ini saya akan menunjukkan apa aja sih yang ada di perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti. Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti terbuka untuk seluruh Civitas Akademika Universitas Trisakti dan juga seluruh masyarakat umum. Untuk itu, mari datang ke perpustakaan dan kunjungi situs web resmi Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti dan juga media sosial. Sampai jumpa di perpustakaan. Salam literasi. Halo Bestri, hari ini kita akan mengenal lebih dekat dengan Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti. Yuk kita lihat ada apa aja di dalam. Pertama, di lantai 2 ada ruang baca dan diskusi. Di sini kalian bisa menikmati suasana tenang untuk mengerjakan tugas, membaca buku, atau berdiskusi santai dengan teman-teman loh. Selanjutnya, di lantai 3 ada ruang sirkulasi. Di sini kalian bisa meminjam buku atau mengembalikan buku. Jangan lupa untuk cek koleksi terbaru ya. Pokoknya semuanya tersedia di perpustakaan kami. Di lantai 3 ruang sirkulasi ini, kalian juga bisa mengaktifasi kartu anggota atau perpanjangan masa peminjaman buku. Naik ke lantai 5, kita sampai di ruang referensi. Di sini kalian bisa mencari referensi buku yang kalian butuhkan untuk belajar. Dan yang terakhir, ini dia ruang multimedia di lantai 5. Selain bisa menggunakan komputer untuk browsing dan mengerjakan tugas, ada yang spesial nih. Kalian bisa nonton Netflix. Ini adalah salah satu layanan spesial dari Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti untuk kalian yang ingin bersantai setelah belajar loh. Jadi, itulah sedikit info tentang Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti. Manfaatkan semua fasilitas yang ada di sini ya. Aku tunggu kalian di perpustakaan. Aku Priska, Duta Baca Perpustakaan. Sampai jumpa.
Selamat datang di Universitas Trisakti. Kali ini saya akan menunjukkan apa aja sih yang ada di Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti. Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti terbuka untuk seluruh Civitas Akademika Universitas Trisakti dan juga seluruh masyarakat umum. Untuk itu, mari datang ke perpustakaan dan kunjungi situs web resmi Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti dan juga media sosial. Sampai jumpa di perpustakaan. Salam literasi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi semuanya. Langsung saja kepada yang terhormat Kepala Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti, Ibu Rizka Medina SMM. Yang kami hormati narasumber webinar hari ini, Mrs. Yara Zori, serta seluruh peserta webinar pada pagi hari ini. Puji dan syukur kehadiran Tuhan Yang Maha Esa. Atas hormatnya kepada kita semua, sehingga pada pagi hari yang bahagia ini kita dapat sama-sama mengikuti kegiatan webinar Literasi Informasi, Edukasi Digital, Mengoptimalkan Penggunaan Ebook, McGrawHill Access Engineering oleh Civitas Akademika. Hadirin yang berbahagia, telah kami susun rangkaian acara pada pagi hari ini, yang dimulai dengan pembukaan yang baru saja kami bawakan.
Recording in progress.
Kemudian sambutan oleh Kepala Perpustakaan, pemaparan materi oleh narasumber, dan diakhiri foto bersama. Baiklah, memasuki acara pertama, yaitu sambutan dari Kepala Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti, Ibu Rizka Medina SHMM. Kepada Ibu Rizka Medina, kami persilakan.
Baik, terima kasih. Selamat pagi semuanya. Yang terhormat, kepada seluruh Civitas Akademika, dosen, dan juga tenaga kependidikan Universitas Trisakti, yang kami hormati kepada narasumber kali ini, yaitu Ibu Yara, dan juga yang kami hormati kepada Ibu Lucy. Selamat pagi, terima kasih atas kesediaannya, dan juga kepada seluruh peserta webinar pada hari ini. Pada kesempatan kali ini, pastinya di era yang serba digital, kemampuan kita semua untuk mengakses dan juga mengoptimalkan sumber referensi ataupun sumber informasi elektronik ini adalah merupakan kemampuan yang wajib begitu. Dan salah satu sumber referensi yang dimiliki oleh Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti yang bersubjek atau dalam lingkup subjek teknik yaitu adalah McGrawHill Access Engineering, yang mana seluruh Civitas Akademika dapat memanfaatkan dan juga dapat mengoptimalkan penggunaan dari McGrawHill Access Engineering untuk dapat menunjang seluruh program perkuliahan, pembelajaran ataupun penelitian. Dan pastinya kami berharap pada webinar kali ini dapat bermanfaat, di mana nanti para peserta dapat mengetahui betul bagaimana sebetulnya McGrawHill Access Engineering ini berfungsi seperti itu, bagaimana cara mengaksesnya, kemudian juga konten-konten apa yang memang dapat dimanfaatkan oleh seluruh peserta kali ini. Karena sebetulnya McGrawHill Access Engineering ini unik begitu, karena tidak hanya sebatas pada koleksi buku saja, tapi juga ada case study dan sangat menarik, ada video dan sebagainya. Jadi kami berharap bahwa McGrawHill Access Engineering ini dapat dimanfaatkan oleh seluruh Civitas Akademika, khususnya dalam lingkup subjek teknik, sehingga nantinya dapat terus membantu kegiatan belajar perkuliahan ataupun penelitian tadi. Baik, sekiranya cukup, saya ucapkan terima kasih lagi kepada McGrawHill Access Engineering atas kesempatan kali ini, kepada Ibu Yara dan juga kepada Ibu Lucy. Terima kasih atas kesediaan dan waktunya. Selamat menikmati webinar. Semoga webinar ini dapat bermanfaat. Cukup sekian akhir kata. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih, Ibu Rizka. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya Yuni dari Perpustakaan Universitas Trisakti yang akan menjadi pembawa acara sekaligus moderator dalam webinar Literasi Informasi, Edukasi Digital, Mengoptimalkan Penggunaan Ebook, McGrawHill Access Engineering oleh Civitas Akademika. Langsung saja kita memasuki acara inti, yaitu pengenalan, tutorial penelusuran, dan aksesibilitas McGrawHill Access Engineering oleh Ibu Yara Haujori selaku International Customer Success Specialist as role Managing Customer Training and Customer Support for All Access Product McGrawHill LCC. Kepada Ibu Yara, kami persilakan.
The time is yours, Dara.
Please welcome Mrs. Yara.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. And warm welcome to all those who have joined this session. So, as you mentioned, we will be looking at access engineering and the different resources and tools available on the platform through your university subscription. First things first, what is access engineering? This is an award-winning engineering reference platform and teaching reference that delivers interdisciplinary content integrated with analytical teaching and learning tools. All the content that we're going to look at during this session is fully available through your institutional subscription. So all faculty and students do have unlimited access to every single piece of content on the site. And just a quick way to verify that you can access all the content is to check this access via message in the top right hand corner. Where it shows McGrawHill for me, it should show your university name. This means that the site recognizes your affiliation and you have access to the full content. From the homepage, there are multiple ways to start exploring content. You can use the search bar to look up specific search terms or topics. You can use the browse taxonomies. And you can look specific content types like books, videos, spreadsheets, case studies, and others. And these are further explained towards the bottom of the homepage, where you can read more about the videos, what the solution walkthroughs are, spreadsheets, and you can also access them directly from here. Let's start with this first search functionality. When you search, auto-suggest will help you look up content or focus your search terms. And that will direct you to the results page, where you can find everything on that specific search term or topic. You can then look up specific pieces of content. So if you're looking for only book chapters on quality engineering, or videos, spreadsheets if available, case studies, tutorials, or data viz. To the left, you can also refine your search results by subject, industry, and course, and these are the same browse taxonomies that we're going to look at in a minute. If you're looking at the book chapters, you can filter on specific book types. Access Engineering does feature a variety of book types. Besides the traditional textbook, you will find engineering handbooks, business skills, Shams titles for problem solving, exam prep, management, and more. You can also filter results by a specific title. This is really helpful if you've adopted a specific title for a course and you want the results to come from that specific title. You can look up specific book component. So maybe you're looking at a book chapter that also includes an example problem. Book author, and also specific results that feature engineering equations and engineering codes and standards. So all these filters allow you to refine your search results and look up specifically the topics that are of interest or needed for you. This Save Search allows you to save your search and also receive notifications whenever new content is added on the site that matches your search. In order to save search, you will need to log in or register a personal account. So you already have full access to the content through the institution, but if you'd like to engage with the content and to add some personalization, you can go ahead and register for a personal account. It is really straightforward. You just need your name, email address, role, and then choose a username and password, and you can then log in to your personal account. This is on the search. The second way to look up content was the browse taxonomies. There are 4 different browse taxonomies available on Access Engineering. The highest level would be the search by industry, which enables users to find content relevant to specific engineering industries like chemical engineering, construction, electronics, telecommunications, and others. So you're practically pulling everything available on the site for this particular engineering industry. If you want to go more into the details of topics and subtopics, you can use the browse by subject. This enables you to drill through several levels of content, starting with the main engineering discipline. So you can start, for example, with chemical engineering, and then drill down through specific topics and subtopics in the chemical engineering discipline or specialty. This is searchable, so you can find specific terms, and you will see where these terms live. So you can see, for example, aircraft fuel subsystems lives in the aerospace engineering, whereas biofuel production is under bioengineering, and then you can check the boxes that are relevant to you and click Browse Selected. This is practically the easiest way to find exactly what you need on a specific topic in your engineering studies. The third browse taxonomy is the course outline. And in here, you will find 35 different engineering courses, and for every course, you will find the specific topics that are covered in that course, and in the same order that they're typically taught during that course. These were created by faculty members who teach these courses and went through peer review. Although it might differ from one institution to another, but in general, these courses cover all the topics and subtopics that are usually covered. And again, these two are searchable, so you can find specific items in the list. And finally, the Browse by Codes and Standards commentary. In here, you will see a list of engineering codes and standards, like the International Building Code and others. And these two are searchable. Just to make it clear, this does not include the codes and standards documents themselves. It includes commentary materials that explains these codes and standards and how they're used. If you use any of these browse taxonomies, you will land on the same results page that we've seen earlier with the search. So you will also be able to save your search if you're logged into your personal account, and also sign up for notifications whenever new content is added that matches that specific search of yours. Coming to these different tabs which allow you to look up specific types of content like books or videos or spreadsheets. So you can click on any of these tabs to pull up all the content available in this format. Starting with the books, these are also available here on the homepage for easy and quick access. So you can find the leading titles in engineering like Paris Chemicals Engineers Handbook, Mark Standard Handbook for Mechanical Engineers, Construction Planning Equipment and Methods, Water and Wastewater Engineering, and other titles that you may recognize covering the different engineering disciplines. You can also look up specific types of books. Like I said, you'll find the traditional textbooks, but also engineering handbooks, Shams titles, code commentary, exam prep, and more. If you use this tab, it's gonna bring out all the book titles available on Access Engineering. Currently, 721 titles. And you can use the same filters here to just look up the titles that are available on a specific subject, for example. Maybe you're looking at titles on electronics engineering, and then you can see there are 114 titles that cover electronics. So you can filter by subject. Let's look at one of the titles and see how that works. So when you click on any of the book titles, you will land on this book results. You will see the title, the names of the authors, and some information about the authors, a description of the title. And then you have the table of contents, which is fully searchable and all with durable URLs. So you can jump to specific chapters or chapter sections by clicking these. If the title features any other type of content, so if there are videos or solution walkthroughs that are related to this title, they will also be featured within the title. So you'll see the videos there are problem-solving videos, whereby problems from this title are taken, and these videos walk you through solving the problem. So since they are directly related to this title, they are also featured within the title for easy access. You can view these videos in full size, or you can view them in context. So it will take you to the chapter where this problem lives, and then you can read the chapter and then watch the video where the problem is being solved. The same goes for solution walkthroughs. So these Sorry, is there a question? Okay. So the same goes for the solution walkthroughs. These are solution walkthroughs from this particular title, so they're also featured here, and you can again view them in context or launch them separately, and we'll get to the details of what solution walkthroughs are. And then some titles will also feature resources tabs. This is where you will find extra resources to help you through this title or textbook. Basically here you see some tutorials, some lab tutorials, appendices, and more. These resources are meant for everyone, including students and faculty members, and there are resources that are exclusively available for instructors, like some PowerPoint slide decks for them to use in lectures, or solutions manual for the problems. But these here are open access and accessible to students and instructors alike. You can see that you have some tools that allow you to generate citation, share the whole book title, add bookmarks and labels if you're logged into your personal account, download a summary PDF of the whole title. This basically follows the table of contents and summarizes what is available under each chapter. And then you can also add your notes using the annotation tool. Some of these tools are also available at the chapter level. So if we go to one of the chapters or chapter sections, you will see that at the chapter level, we'll also have the options to generate citation, share specific chapters, add bookmarks and labels, and also add notes using the annotation tool. This is a third-party tool embedded on Access Engineering, so it would require a separate sign-up, but it's really straightforward. And once you've signed up, you can start taking notes. Simply select a portion of the text, click Annotate, add your notes, and then save them to only yourself or to public. Hypothesis, which is our annotation tool, also features the private group setting. This is really nice if you want to share notes with each other. So you can create private groups if you're working on a group assignment, or if you were assigned a reading and you want to share notes about that reading, you can create these private groups on Hypothesis. At the chapter level, you'll also see tabs featuring specific figures or tables or graphs, also the example problems, so you can quickly and easily look these up, and you can view them in context, again within the chapter, or in a separate tab in full scale with the option to print. You will see this related searches and recommended content boxes come up everywhere, whether you're looking at book chapters or videos or solution walkthroughs. These will help you quickly go to related searches. So these are search topics that you can look up, and these are based on what you're looking at, the content. And the recommended content are other book chapters or videos or solution walkthroughs or any other pieces of content that cover the same topic you're reading or you're looking at. This is on the books. The next type of content available on Access Engineering is the videos. Access Engineering features a variety of videos, including a lot of problem-solving videos, videos that are on specific titles, so some videos on Perry's Chemical Engineer's Handbook, for example, titles on construction equipment are also featuring a lot of videos to help explain specific topics, specific machinery, and specific processes, videos on software programs, and much more. So you will find that at the moment there are over 1,400 videos available on the site, again, covering the different engineering industries and subjects. So you can use these filters once again here to pull out videos that are specific to the topics you're studying or you're looking at. And then you can also search within applied filters. So I'm filtering on just videos, so I can go ahead and filter and then search a specific topic to see if I've got any videos on that specific term or topic. So I've searched for diodes and I've got 9 videos available. And then I can jump to any of these videos. I'll take that first one, which is a Shams video, meaning this is again a problem-solving video. Shams titles are very popular for problem solving, and with the titles that are available under the Books tab, you have a collection of videos that go through the problem solving. So you can see that this is taken from Electric Circuits, 7th edition title. And it goes through solving the problem. I'm not sure if my microphone could pick up the sound, But while playing the video, you also have a lot of tools allowing you to play the video in full screen, add captions like I did there, change the play speed, share the video, or even download it for offline use. You also can look up the full transcript here, which is searchable and also downloadable. Just like the books, videos also feature the tools allowing you to cite, share, add bookmarks or labels, and annotate. And like I said, you will see the related searches and the recommended content boxes, whatever the content you're looking at, to help you quickly find all the pieces of content that are relevant to this specific topic. Just like I did with the videos, I'm going to look up all the spreadsheets. And I must say the spreadsheets are among the most popular tools available on Access Engineering for students to go through practical calculations on specific engineering equations. Again, this results page has the same filters allowing you to look up specific results. And then I'm going to go ahead and download any of these spreadsheets just to show you how that works. So when you go to a spreadsheet, you will find a summary of what that worksheet includes, so the different sheets and the different calculations. You'll also have the option to view it in context, where you can read more about that specific topic, AC and DC circuits, before going through the calculations. And once you're ready, you can download the spreadsheet, and I've downloaded it earlier, so I'll show you how that looks like. So this is the analysis of AC and DC circuit basic calculations. You will find on the first sheet the different workbook contents, and then the following sheets will cover the different calculations where students can interact with those. So you can add the different input values there, and then see the results change in the results field. These results fields include the embedded calculations or equations, and these equations are further explained here with specific definitions, graphs, figures, and also links to specific book chapters where you can read more about this. So again, the yellow fields is where you can input the values, and then the results field is where you will see the results for these calculations based on the specific equations that are highlighted in these spreadsheets and that you can read more about. Related searches, recommended content for you to quickly search specific terms or topics like circuits, and also to find some other pieces of content that cover the same topic, like AC circuits chapter there, and so on. Case studies. These are fairly new on Access Engineering. And the first set of case studies mostly focused on biomedical engineering. And you can see cases on atrial fibrillation, for example, improving therapy via engineering advancements, continuous blood pressure monitoring, ureteral stents, the novel coronavirus pandemic, and so on. So mostly on biomedical engineering. And these case studies introduce specific cases to help students understand specific topics through a case study, whereby they will have questions to answer towards the end in order to achieve specific learning objectives that are clearly listed at the beginning. So on this specific case study, for example, we introduced the case, looked at the learning objectives, and then went through the different aspects of the case, the modeling of the virus, the different models with examples, measuring the epidemic, and at the end, like I said, questions that also cover the different aspects and the different approaches to this specific case study. So you'll find some conceptual questions or short answer questions, some questions that focus on the models, some clinical and ethical questions, and so on. And of course, the references at the end. And with this case study, you have the option to download it in PDF format, generate citation, share, bookmark, label, and annotate. You'll also see the related searches and the recommended content. And this resources tab includes some resources for instructors to help them utilize these cases effectively. So an instructor guide, the case study in Word format so that instructors can maybe remove some of the questions or add other questions that they need, and so on. This is on the case studies. The next one there is the solution walkthroughs, another very, very popular set of tools that are available for students. And in fact, the solution walkthroughs were created based on students' feedback. Students always mention that they understand the topics that are covered in the lectures or that they read in textbooks, but they often have a problem or face challenges when trying to solve the problems. They really struggle finding their way on how to get started with that problem and to solve it. And these solution walkthroughs handle that specifically by walking you step by step into solving a specific problem. The problems are taken from the titles on Access Engineering. So you can see, for example, that first one is from the Automatic Control Systems title, which we've seen earlier. There are in total 271 solution walkthroughs at the moment, and you can filter by title. So you can see for every title 30 solution walkthroughs plus or minus. And once you've accessed one of these solution walkthroughs, you can view it in context, so you can read the chapter and then go through the solution walkthrough, or you can launch it separately. So it directs me to the title, and then it will go to where that problem is within the title. And from there, I can launch the solution. And this is how it looks like. It's also downloadable in PDF format. It starts with introducing the problem and setting it up. The objectives or the learning objectives of this problem, some tips on getting started, and then, like I said, walking you step by step into solving the problem. And within every step, you have the option to try this on your own before clicking this Show Me icon. And you can see how it really guides you within every step on what you'll be doing before you try and then show the answers. And this goes through the other steps. Within every step, you'll see tips on moving forward to the next step until the wrap up, where you would have solved the whole problem and got to the final solution. You will also find some reminders for moving forward, some related problems which you can go through in order to practice, and some references. These are specific chapters and chapter sections on access engineering to read more about that specific topic covered in this problem. Like I said, these are amongst the most popular beside the spreadsheets as well, which help students a lot. And once they've went through these practice solution walkthroughs, they will have a better ability to solve similar problems, whether as an assignment or in an exam. Tutorials, this might be, well, not might be, this is the newest addition to Access Engineering. These are short text-based tutorials that explain specific engineering equations and calculations and how these equations can be used in a spreadsheet. So at the moment, there are 3 tutorials covering 3 different engineering equations, but of course, more tutorials will be added. And like I said, they will explain engineering equations in detail. So introducing the Manning equation in this example and going through all the details, including the calculations based on that equation, examples with figures that to support understanding. And like I said, also reference to the spreadsheets and how you can use these equations in the spreadsheets. So you will see the relevant spreadsheet also featured here so that you can open the spreadsheet after you've covered that engineering equation and then go through the calculations for practice. These two can be downloaded, cited, shared, bookmarked, labeled, and annotated. And again, you will find the related searches and the recommended content featured here. And finally, data viz. This is where you will find information on material properties presented in an interactive visual data banner. There are some data viz projects that are ready for you, so you can edit these 28 available projects and use them as needed, but you can also create your own projects from scratch. Once again, you can access this directly in DataViz or download the project. So this is a ready project which you can edit. You can see for every project you have different sections. For every section you may have a title, a description, and then some visualizations. There are basically two types of visualizations that can be added. The dot plot visualization, which compares one property across materials, and then the scatter plot visualization, which compares two properties amongst each other. And these visualizations are interactive, so you can add or remove materials. You can change the value range you're looking at. You can edit these as needed. And these visualizations are summarized in a tabular format, which can be exported into a CSV file. So you can see here in these visualizations, we're looking at the thermal expansion coefficient, melting temperature, and specific heat capacity for materials. And then you can see these summarized in the table with the different materials and their classifications and the values for these properties. And you can filter and sort as needed. You can also add your own sections there. So you can say, start with the dot plot visualization, comparing the mechanical fatigue strength across materials. And from there, you can start adding materials. So maybe I'm looking at polymers, the thermoplastic polymers. You can give it a title, a description, and then save this edition that you've created, or share it, or even export the page. Besides the visualizations, DataViz also allows you to simply find a property value for a single material. So you can just enter the material, say I'm looking at gold, and then the property, say I'm looking at the electrical conductivity, and you will see the value of this property in different unit systems. So you can choose the unit systems there, and you have the property value. Now, if you click compare electrical conductivity for all materials, that is going to start a new project for you with this first dot plot visualization comparing electrical conductivity across the different materials. And then you can start editing this project, adding sections and visualizations, and of course, you can save it once you're logged into your personal account. So these are the different resources and tools available on Access Engineering, and different ways to access them, whether through the search functionality, the browse taxonomies, or by looking up specific content types. I've mentioned the personal account multiple times through this presentation, so I want to circle back to this. And again, you already have full access to the content through your institution, through your university subscription. However, if you'd like to create your personal account to better engage with the content and be able to save or bookmark or label, you can go to My Account. Again, you will see that you're logged in via your institution, so you will see your university name here. And then you can choose login via email or username. This will take you to this page where you will click register if you don't have a personal account already. You'll just fill the form. Again, not long form at all, just your name, email address, role, and then choosing a username and password. And once you've registered, you can use the username and password to log in. Now that I'm logged in, you can see that my account now has this drop down where I can set up alerts to receive notifications whenever new content is added or updated on Access Engineering. I can look up all the bookmarks that I've made. So you saw how I can add bookmarks to different contents. My saved searches, so whenever you search, like I showed you at the beginning, you can save your search and you can go back to this specific search, or even manage search by adding notifications to that specific search topic. The labels, the notes that you've taken, and your DataViz projects are all saved under your personal account. In addition, you can check these tabs here for more information on what's new on the platform and how you can better utilize these resources. So under what's new, like the name implies, you will find the newly added resources. I want to make it clear that the platform is updated on a monthly basis, so you can see the new solution walkthroughs that have been added for these 3 different titles. The new books, just in October, 3 different titles were added to the platform. The new case studies, new spreadsheets, new videos. So you can always look up the new content here. Under help, you will see a list of frequently asked questions and the answers to those questions. These have been curated based on the questions that we often receive from students and instructors. So you can find all the answers readily available for you, and you can always contact us if you don't find the answer there or you need further assistance. And finally, under administration, this is where you will find a lot of resources to help you better navigate the site and utilize the content. The first few ones there are meant for the administrators, the librarians, so on usage stats, account information, mark records, title lists, but you'll just go directly to user manuals and tutorials, which is the last one there. And you will find some documents and videos that will help you better utilize the resources. So you can see there's a LibGuide, a user guide on Access Engineering, a user guide specific to DataViz, and then some videos on YouTube that you can watch, specifically highlighting specific resources, how to use book content, how to browse, the filtering, the personal account features, and more. So these are accessible to you anytime, whenever you need some extra information on the specific tools and how to use the platform. That's a wrap for me. Now, I'd like to answer any questions you may have on access engineering, what was presented.
Thank you, Yara. Bu Yuni, kalau masih ada pertanyaan, silakan bisa diajukan.
Baik. Baik, ini ada yang bertanya, apakah solusi manual untuk instruktur bisa diakses?
One question, Yara, for the manual solutions for the instructor, is it can be accessed by anyone or specific for the instructor only?
So, for the different resources available, there are resources that are available for everyone, but the instructor resources are exclusively available for instructors. So I'll just show you a quick example. For this title, for example, under the Resources tab, you will see that there are a lot of resources that are accessible to everyone, like lab tutorials and so on. And then for those that are for instructors, you will see that they are grayed out. So they are exclusively for instructors who are teaching.
And how to request that access for the instructor?
Okay, so if you're an instructor and you need to access those, you will first need to register for a personal account like I showed you and log in. Once logged in, you will see that this first step is checked. And then you can go through the second step, which is requesting instructor rights. So the instructor needs to fill this form and it will go to the team that needs to verify that this is an instructor. Once verified, instructor privileges will be added to your personal account. And this way, the next time you log in, you will find that these are accessible to you now.
Okay, thank you. Is there any specific email address for making the accounts, especially for the instructor to get those verifications faster?
In fact, the instructor just needs to go through this form, make sure that they're using their institutional email address, not their personal email address. And the verification happens in the background. Usually we provide the instructor privileges within 48 hours from request, so it shouldn't take long. And I just want to highlight that once an instructor has done that for one title, they will have access to all the other instructor resources. So you don't have to do it for every specific one. Once you have instructor privileges, you can access all the instructor resources on all the titles, all the case studies, because the case studies also feature resources for instructors, the data viz projects as well. So all the instructor resources will be accessible.
Wonderful. Ibu Sylvia, apakah sudah cukup menjawab pertanyaannya?
Kalau misalnya untuk murid apa ada ya?
Untuk
manualnya?
murid tidak, Ibu. Jadi hanya untuk dosen saja, khusus untuk instruktur.
Oh ya, oke, baik, makasih.
Baik. Thank you, Yara. The answer is clear enough.
Perfect, thank you. Just on that, if instructors would like to see which titles to feature instructor resources, we've added this under the What's New. So now there's a collection of all the titles that have extra resources for instructors featured here. Sorry, just... It will help instructors find the titles that are relevant to them and know that they can find some resources. So you can see a full list of titles with instructor resources available to download. And you can see the long list of titles that cover the different engineering disciplines there. So once you have instructor privileges, you really have access to the instructor resources and all of these.
Great. Adakah pertanyaan lain? Mungkin dari perpustakaan atau dari mahasiswa?
Baik, ada yang bertanya lagi?
Maybe while we're waiting for the questions, for all the audience to chat, Yara, can you also give some additional information whether this instructor also will be updated based on the books or the resources that we update on Access Engineering?
Yeah, absolutely. With every new title that is being added, we're moving forward. The approach is to have instructor resources available, and these instructor resources do include a variety of materials that support the teaching efforts of instructors. So you will find PowerPoint slide decks for the different chapters of the books to help instructors create their presentations real quick. They can edit these and utilize them in their presentations in class. These would include the solutions to the different problems available within the titles. They will also include instructor guides to help them on specific topics and how to teach specific topics from the title. The same goes for case studies and data viz projects, which also feature instructor resources. So the case studies do include the answers to the questions in the case study, as well as a guide on how to best utilize the case to help students understand that specific topic, and so on. New resources are added to the different new updates that are being done on the platform. So to answer back your question, Lucia, yes, whenever a new title is added, it's most likely that the resources, the instructor resources, will be added with that title as well.
Thank you, Yara. There are two other questions. One is for the books to be downloaded, is there any additional fee?
So for copyrights and for copyrights reasons, the actual book cannot be downloaded fully. You can download individual chapters if you need to utilize that chapter offline. You have the option to download individual chapters, but not the whole book. And it is not on any additional fee, so you can do so. We just don't really recommend downloads because even before the new edition of the book is released, some chapters are being updated before that. So you will see, for example, take this Aircraft, Electricity and Electronics 7th edition. So this 7th edition doesn't stay the same from the time it's published until the 8th edition goes on. During that time, chapters are being updated regularly. So you will find sometimes that a specific chapter has been updated based on new research or changes in in literature and so on. So we don't really recommend downloads, but if you need to, you can download individual chapters and it is available for you without any additional fee.
Thank you. The last questions from Kiki Aryawan. Can we have 2 accounts at McGrawHill Access Engineering, and are there any ebooks that cannot be downloaded? For example, bestseller ebooks.
So, practically, yes, you can have more than one more than one account on Access Engineering. However, we always ask those creating their personal accounts to use their institutional email address so that their account is linked to the university directly, and one account can be created with one email address. So if you're going to have 2 accounts, you're going to use your personal email address on the second one, and that means it is not directly linked to the university, if that makes sense. Are there any books that cannot be downloaded? No, you can download all book chapters. Again, individual chapters, not the whole books.
Okay, thank you. Does the answer clear enough, Bapak atau Ibu Kiki Aryawan? I think Bapak. I hope it helps you to have the answers just now. Okay.
But by the way, downloads are not exclusive to book chapters. You can download videos, you can download solution walkthroughs, case studies. So most of the content can be downloaded if you need to have a local file or to use it offline. Most of the content can be downloaded, but again, make sure that you're not using the local copy for so long, because after a while it's really outdated and you'll have the updated version available on the platform.
Thank you for additional information, Ciara. Any questions from the library, maybe?
Apakah ada yang bertanya lagi? Dari perpustakaan sudah cukup.
Oke. Kalau tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, terima kasih banyak untuk yang sudah bergabung, Bapak Ibu dan juga teman-teman mahasiswa hari ini. Namun apabila nanti ada pertanyaan yang mungkin belum tersampaikan di sesi saat ini, silahkan untuk bertanya ke bagian perpustakaan. Nanti apabila ada pertanyaan yang mungkin perlu dieskalasi kepada kami di McGrawHill, dari perpustakaan akan menghubungi kami untuk bisa membantu Bapak Ibu sekalian ya. Terima kasih banyak sudah bergabung di waktu yang sangat pagi dari jam 9 tadi. Terima kasih Bu Yuni dan juga seluruh tim perpustakaan. Thank you Yara for joining this very early morning in Dubai timing. But this session really helpful for all the audience in Trisakti. For closing, please, I give the timing to you, Miss Yuni, for the close statement.
Terima kasih Bu Lucy. Sebelum acara ini berakhir, kita akan foto bersama terlebih dahulu untuk dokumentasi. Bagi para peserta, mohon untuk mengaktifkan kameranya. Okay.
Let's take a picture together, Yara, with all the audience.
Mungkin untuk share screen-nya bisa di stop terlebih dahulu, Bu Lucy.
Okay, can you stop sharing screen, Yara?
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Salam literasi.
1, 2, 3. Sudah cukup. Baik, bagi para peserta silakan untuk mengisi presensi yang sudah ada di chat kolom. Sertifikat akan sesuai dengan data yang diisikan dalam presensi dan akan dikirimkan ke email masing-masing. Oleh karena itu, untuk dapat mengisikan data dengan benar. Baik, terima kasih banyak kepada narasumber hari ini yang sangat luar biasa. Banyak sekali ilmu yang bisa kita dapatkan di hari ini. Semoga dapat diaplikasikan dalam proses pembelajaran atau perkuliahan. Akhir kata, kami mengucapkan mohon maaf apabila dalam kegiatan ini terdapat salah kata. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih. Thank you.
Terima
Waalaikumsalam.
kasih Bu
Terima kasih,
Lesmi,
ya.
terima kasih Yara, terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih.
Thank
Terima
you,
kasih
Yara.
semuanya.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you,
rest of your day.
Sarah.